right, you guys. So like I said, we're talking about value word problems. Everything still applies. Let statement. And just for a little context, when I wrote this question, it was, we used to have an early start. So we used to start in August and we were fans in the classroom. So that's where this question's coming from. It says, Miss Uslin's grade 10 math class has decided to hold a car wash to raise funds for some decent fans. You will wash cars for $4 and you will wash vans for $6. A very real life question. As a class, we washed 50 vehicles in total. Vehicles means like cars, vans, everything. And we raised $240. So how many of each type of vehicle did our class wash? What do you think our let statements are going to be? What two things are we talking about? Harushi? Yeah. So I'm still going to use X and Y. And by the way, when you're deciding your variables, please don't use the letter S because the letter S looks like a 5. So this is why we always stick with like letters we know, like A, B is fine, C, D is fine, but like stay away from I and all those ones. Okay, so we're gonna say let X represent cars washed, and let Y represent, what's that gonna represent? Vans washed. Now, you guys, for these types of questions, there's always going to be two equations. One of the equations will always deal with money and the other equation will always deal with numbers. And as long as you remember, the money equation has to have money in it and the number equation has to have numbers in it, you will always get it correct. So for example, if you read the question again, it says, we wash cars for $4. So every car we wash, we're charging them $4. And we wash vans for $6. And we get $240 in total. So I'm going to take all of the information I've been given about money. So cars for $4, vans for $6 equals $240. And we're going to try to figure out an equation based on that information. Does anyone know how we can figure it out? Let's say we wash 3 cars and 3 vans. How do I represent that using my X and Y and my dollar amount? Angelique? Okay, you're on the right track, exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the money we're charging for cars and we're going to multiply it with the letter X because we don't know how many cars we're washing. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 100. So X represents the number of cars you wash, but we do know every single car you're washing costs $4. So it's going to be 4X. And 4 is actually a dollar amount. We're not going to write the dollar sign, but 4 represents $4 times the number of cars we wash. We don't know how much that is. Plus, what do we do for the vans? Saphir? Yeah, we know vans cost $6 and we know we have a Y number of vans. So we're going to say 6Y. Does this make sense? Okay. So again, we don't know how many cars and how many vans we wash. We're representing them with X and Y, but we do know each car costs $4 and each van costs $6. And in total, when we wash all of these, how much money will we get in total for you? $240. And you guys notice now every single number in this equation is a money amount. $4, $6, $240. That's why I say you always want $1 equation. And the second one is going to be numbers. What other information were we told in this question? Saphir? Yeah, we watched 50 cars in total. That's all they've told us, but that's enough information. What do you think we're going to do with that? How can we put that in mathematical form? Saphir? Yeah, perfect. X plus Y is equal to 50. The number of cars you wash plus the number of vans you wash is going to be equal to 50 cars or vehicles in total. Now, I think we've done substitution a lot, so let's go ahead and try elimination for this one. Which number do you guys want to eliminate? Also, I realize I'm writing way too large and I will run out of space. Okay, so pick a letter. What do you think we should eliminate? Krishna? Sure, let's eliminate X. In order for us to eliminate X, what are we going to do? We're going to multiply this entire statement by 4. Just a little note while I was marking your assessments, which you're going to get back today. Some of you guys are still only multiplying the x with the 4. You have to remember to multiply every single thing inside the statement with the number that you've chosen. So the first equation stays the same. 4x plus 6y is equal to 240. The second equation will become 4x plus 4y is equal to 200. You guys can go ahead and solve this yourselves, and then we'll check our answers together. I'm going to subtract. And I kind of went ahead and also solved for x. You guys can check that as well. So you guys, again, for our check, we're gonna want to make sure it's a logical check. If you choose to do a left side, right side, that's fine as well. So first, I want to make sure these numbers add up to 50. I'm going to go 30 plus 20. That clearly adds up to 50. So that's correct. And then the other one is 4 times. So every car wash costs $4. So 4 times 30 is 120. And every van we wash costs $6. So 6 times 20 is also 120. And that equals 240. So that works out as well. So both of my numbers are correct. And now I can go ahead and write my therefore. What did you say? Yeah. So how many of each vehicle are there? Therefore, I think it's lagging. What does the question say? How many of each type did our class wash? So they washed 30 cars and 20 vans. Samira? So like, you know, yeah. You could definitely do left side, right side if you wanted, but it's not required. A check is just an informal way for you to make sure the numbers make sense. Angelique? Where did I get the 120 from? Well, I just kind of did. So you know how we washed 30 cars? 30 times 4 is 120. And then see how we washed 20 vans? Each van costs $6. So 20 times 6 is 120. I added those up to get 240. Does this example make sense, you guys? And you see the only difference really is that when you're making your equations, one of them is going to be numbers, one of them is going to be value. Okay, let's do our second example, and then you'll have the rest of the time to try the questions. This one is a little bit, again, there's like a little tongue twister in there that you're going to have to think about, but nothing we can't handle. So it says, for the school play, one adult ticket costs $5 and one student ticket costs $3. Once again, you can clearly see that we're working with money. An adult ticket costs $5, a student ticket costs $3. Twice as many student tickets as adult tickets were sold. The total receipts were 1,650. How many each kind of tickets were sold? Let's start with our let statement, which is going to say I'm going to use the letter A. Oh, I don't want to use S. Let's use X and Y. Let X represent adult tickets. Let Y represent student tickets. Okay, so our first equation, it doesn't matter the order, by the way, you guys. You can have dollar and money. It really doesn't matter which way you put it. The dollar ones to me are a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and figure that one out. One adult ticket costs $5, one student ticket costs $3, and the total is $16.50. So Amina, what do you think? Yep, 5x plus 3y equals 1,650. Okay, the number one, you're gonna have to think about a little bit. It says twice as many student tickets as adult tickets were sold, twice as many. It's a little bit counterintuitive. Let's just take a look at what this part is asking. Let's say I have adult tickets here, which I will write. So let's just say you have adult ticket here and you have student tickets here. Okay, so twice as many student tickets as adult tickets were sold. That means if I have one adult ticket, I'm selling 2 student tickets. If I have 2 adult tickets, I'm selling 4 student tickets. If I'm selling 100 adult tickets, I'm selling 200 student tickets. So for as many adult tickets you sell, you're going to have twice as many student tickets as possible. What are you doing to each of these numbers to get here? Do you guys notice that when you multiply each of these by 2, you end up getting the number of student tickets, right? So the adult tickets are always less than the student tickets. The student tickets are always twice as much as the adult tickets. So now we've called adult X and we've called a student Y. How can you make an equation given this information? Safir? Sure. Okay. So we're taking the number of adult tickets and multiplying it 2. And what's that going to equal to? Yeah. So what's our equation in this case? Krishna? What exactly? Y is equal to 2x. And the reason why it's counterintuitive is you see twice as many student tickets. So you may be really tempted to put 2 times y is equal to x, but that's not the case. It's kind of the other way around. The number of the number of student tickets is 2 times as many as adult tickets. You guys, that is going to require a little bit of thinking. Like you may not get that right away because it's not very intuitive. You may have to think about that a little bit. And when you do questions like that, make a little chart like I did and figure out which one are the fewer numbers, which one are the numbers that are larger, and see what you're multiplying to get what. And as long as you do that, you should get the question correct. What's the easiest thing we can do to solve this? Substitution or elimination, Mangi? Yeah, go ahead, substitute. I will do the same. Let's see if we get the same answer. Practice on that. Okay, so I got x is equal to 150. Let's go ahead and solve for y, which you guys may have already done. The solve for y is actually very straightforward. It's just going to be y is equal to 2x, which is going to be 2 times 150. Did you guys get y is equal to 300? Let's do our check. So the question says, and again, I'm just going to do a logical check. So let me move this stuff over here. So for my logical check, I want to make sure, I guess you could do a left side, right side here. So you're going to put 5 times 150 plus 3 times 300. So I guess in this one, I'll just do a left side, right side, 5x plus 3y. And so it's going to be 5 times 150 plus 3 times 300. And that this is going to be 750 plus 900, which is going to be 1650. And that's what our left side equals to. And then I'm just looking at the numbers. Do I have double the amount of student tickets as I have adult tickets. Yeah, like 300 is double 150, so that works out as well. And so my therefore statement is going to be, therefore, what's the question asking? How many of each type of tickets were sold? So therefore, they sold 150 adult and 200 student tickets. Oh, sorry, 300 student tickets. Question? Oh. All right, you guys. So again, more of the same stuff. You can stay working in your groups. You have half an hour. The other part of the homework was this value stuff. Like I said, if you can try and finish the worksheet questions, then we can take those up tomorrow. I do find that the textbook questions are easier. So as long as you get these ones, that would be really good. Tomorrow's class, the first hour and 15 minutes, we're just going to take these up and work in groups to just practice a little bit more.